Good evening, everybody. This is Tom, and I'm back. This is I don't know, I stopped counting, but I've been live quite often in the past few weeks, and I will continue this. And I've told you in the past, I will deliver a lot of content for you in the next couple of months, years. Yeah, I'm here to stay, and I want to help each and every one of you to get your businesses online. And I just want to check if you can. Yeah, you can hear me. Perfect. Awesome. 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 So I'm just going to share this live to my other page so that the people on my private page can actually join this live call today. And this is a premiere because I'm streaming not just only on my Facebook, but also I'm streaming on YouTube. So I'm streaming at two channels at the same time, which is pretty cool because I want to get a little bit more followers and viewers on my YouTube channel. By now, I have around 200 people following me there. And with this new program that I'm using, it is a lot easier to serve on my follower on both channels. So this is an experiment today, and in case there is something going on, please let me know. And I want to see if I see something in the comments. As for now, no comments, but that's okay. So the topic for today's live call, let me see. And yeah, the topic for today's live call, sorry. Corona will change the way we live and the way we consume and purchase. If you like it or not, this is the fact. Corona has changed pretty much everything that we knew. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the changes. I mean, we do have a brick and mortar business here in Chiang Mai. As you might know, we do have a tea house, and we definitely got affected by the whole situation. And nobody really knows how long this thing will last and when the governments will ease the measurements that they took. I heard today that the lockdown and the nightly curfew will be extended until end of May. And but there might be chances that restaurants and smaller shops as cafes get a chance to open by mid of May under new regulations. And I know this for sure that this is basically the new normal, right? And this is a word that many of you us probably have heard already, the new normal. And it's something that I'm not a big fan of. But this is the situation, and we need to adapt. And the sooner we do this, the better it is for us as entrepreneurs, as employees, no matter who. And yeah, so this is why I'm doing this call today. And I want to talk a little bit about things that you could think about at home and how things will affect you, right? So, first of all, um, one big thing that I already heard about the local this local restaurant community here in Chiang Mai has been sitting together quite often throughout the last 3-4 weeks and try to figure out possibilities how we can run our businesses in the future in terms of restaurants, cafes, and so on and so on, right? And one thing is pretty likely to happen that in the future, a restaurant visit is not doable as we did in the past, which means you cannot just go to the restaurant and you cannot just be seated. There will be social distancing. Everything will be adjusted to the new situation with COVID-19, right? So that means you as a maybe you're a restaurant owner, maybe you own your own restaurant, you need to adapt to the new situation, right? You need to see how can you actually get closer to your prospects? How can you get closer to the customer that you have been serving in the past? And how can you assure that you still get that connection with your customers. In the past, as a restaurant owner or cafe owner, it was quite simple. You just walk to the customer and you talk to them. And if there's something going on, you can interact with them, and you build a relationship over the time. I mean, here in our tea house, we have many returning customers, and they become like family, right? And these are things that will be more difficult in the future for sure. We don't really know if how close we can get to the prospects, right? The social distancing is definitely a thing. I know that, for example, the employees, if they come to the restaurant in the morning or to the hotel, they need to get their temperatures checked. They need to use disinfection on their hand all the time. They need to wear a face mask or these face shields that protect the employees from whatever. And they need to wear gloves. And every time that a customer actually leaves the restaurant, they need to disinfect the entire area where the customer used to sit. And yeah, it's going to be definitely challenging in the future. And these are things that we as entrepreneurs or business owners definitely have to think about. How can we assure that we still get this connection to the customer that we used to have in the past? By now already, the entire process of purchasing products has completely changed since the outbreak of COVID-19. More and more people purchase their products online or through purchasing apps. Here in Thailand, we have, for example, Line or Grab, Food Panda. So all the restaurants right now, they survive because they're signed up for food delivery services, which are quite expensive though, right? You have to pay around 30 to 35% of the margin of the revenue that you make to the food delivery service. So this is definitely quite expensive for the restaurant owner. And in my opinion, this is something that we can do for a certain time, but in the long term, this is nothing that I really consider for our business because it is expensive. And I don't really want to share my revenue and my profits too much with a delivery service just to assure that I stay alive as a business, right? As for now, it is an opportunity, and but it is definitely something that we need to figure out for the future. How can we as a business assure that we still get that connection to our customer, b, how can we get our product to the customer at home without overpaying, without raising the prices, right? This is another topic that needs to be concerned about you as a customer as well, because you probably don't want to pay much more than you already do for the products that you purchase. If you buy a pizza or if you buy, I don't know what, through a food delivery service, you are used to certain prices, and usually that price was covered by the owner of that restaurant, by the entrepreneur, because that is a cost that is already included, and this is something that we have to live with, right? But the majority of the sales that we have in our business, also restaurants, are the customers that actually come to visit us and sit down and spend some quality time with friends. So the question now is, how will this affect the restaurants in the future, cafes, bars? We will definitely have this situation going on for a longer period of time. I've heard things that politicians said, okay, it will go as long as we have a vaccine for the people, which means that everybody would need to get a vaccination. In my opinion, this is nothing that I consider for myself, because, well, that's one thing, but yeah, this is the situation right now. And many governments actually say that. So we are waiting for a vaccination. And once we can assure that everybody gets the vaccine, until that time, we definitely need to keep that social distancing. I know for sure that, for example, the air industry, airlines here in Thailand, they start to operate their flights again by the end of this month or early of May. but you need to wear a face mask throughout the entire flight, throughout check-in. You cannot bring any food. You are not allowed to drink. I think, yeah, you can bring something to drink, but you will not get served anything on board during the flight. You will not get food. You will not get served any kind of beverages. You are not allowed to bring your own snacks. And if you don't follow those rules, you have to face the face mask you have to wear throughout check-in, throughout the entire flight, and after you pick up your luggage. So the air industry is highly affected by this as well. Another thing is that airlines probably have to leave one seat empty, which means that the flights now in the future might be only occupied by 66% or something like that, just to assure that we keep the social distance. And yeah, I can continue. This is the same situation for hotels. The tourism industry in Thailand, or in general, the tourism industry will be affected very, very hard. And it is time for each and every one who is maybe working in the hospitality or in the tourism industry to think about solutions, how we can adapt to this new situation. Just to sit at home and to wait until things are over, this is not an option. And you will definitely lose if you do that. I highly recommend you to get going and to think about options, how you can actually serve your customer in the future. And I've been talking about this in the last couple of weeks, several times. That I'm following people like Russell Brunson or especially Mark Joyner. And Mark Joyner, he predicted this whole outcome, this whole situation about 3 or 4 weeks before Corona really became an issue. He launched a book which is called The Roadmap to Money in 2020. And he did a lot of research on this topic, and he predicted the whole thing before it actually really happened. And he's always preaching that we need to prepare ourselves. We need to build a table with 1,000 legs. And for example, if you have a business or if you work in a business that has been only focusing on one sales channel in the past, you are struggling at the moment. And this is something that you have to consider for the future. What are you going to change in your business? How many new channels of sales can you actually open? How many channels of sales can you generate? Maybe you can find someone that is selling your product. This is so-called integration marketing. You give them a commission maybe for them, that you give your product to somebody else, they sell it for you, and you give them a commission. Or you have a flyer that you put in their hotel or in their restaurant for your products, and there's a code on that flyer, so that if somebody purchases your products through that location, you know that this guy will get a commission. So you need to think about ways how you can actually sell your products in the future. It's not going to be just your point of sale. It's not going to be just your restaurant or your cafe. If you have a product, if you produce your own cafe, if you produce or if you sell your own matcha, you need to find ways how you get more prospects, right? And the same thing for the restaurant. You need to find a way how you get actually more customer to buy directly from you instead of, for example, delivery apps or delivery companies, delivery services that take a huge amount of your profit. As I said, here in Thailand, it's about 30% to 35% of each order that you have to pay to that delivery service, right? This is insane. And for me as a business owner, I stand for a certain type of quality. I do not want to cut the margin. I do not want to cut the amount that I'm actually giving to my customer just to cut the expenses that I have. So we didn't change anything about the amount of beverage the customer gets. We didn't cut the free desserts that we offer. But in the long term, as I said, this is something that I need to consider, and everybody else out there who owns a business, this is something that we need to consider, how we are actually going to react and run our businesses in the future, right? Hotels. Hotels is another big thing. In the past, you had hotels with over, I know one hotel in Malaysia, and I think that's Guinness Book of the record holder in the Guinness Book. They have almost 9,000 or over 9,000 rooms in that one hotel. This is something that is simply impossible in the future. You cannot run a hotel with 9,000 rooms. This is not doable. Simple as that. So if you have a hotel, you need to think about options, how you can serve your customer in the future, not just serve them in terms of, okay, I give you an accommodation and I have food options for you and a nice beach. No. There will be new regulations by the governments worldwide that will tell you as a hotel owner that a certain amount of people cannot gather together in, for example, at the breakfast room or for dinner, right? I know, for example, supermarkets in Germany now, they have a system which is running in real time, and it's basically like a traffic light. When too many people are already in the supermarket, the traffic light turns red. So if you want to enter the supermarket, the doors stay closed until enough people left the supermarket again. Then the doors will be opening for a certain amount of people. So they make sure that only a certain amount of people will be in that location of sales in the supermarket. Same thing could be happening in the restaurants of hotels or in restaurants in general, right? And I think this is very challenging for each and everyone, for every business owner right now. How can we adapt to this situation? How can we assure service as we used to have in the past? How can we still keep that that atmosphere of the restaurant or of the cafe that we used to have in the past? And for hotel, how can we make sure that that we in the hotel offer enough space for each and everyone, right? And I think in the future it will be more likely that hotels, that there will be a huge trend towards private villas, larger rooms, and it's more the quality than the quantity, right? So it's more about, okay, I go there with my family. I do not have too much interaction with others. So-called clubs, club hotels like Robinson, Magic Life, Club Med. I think those models will be suffering very, very hard in the next couple of years, if not forever. I'm not quite sure if this is something that can be done in the future. Same with cruise ships, as we have them today, with 5,000 to 6,000 people sometimes on those cruise ships. I'm not quite sure if this is a thing that we can have in the future as we know it now. There might be more unique, smaller cruise ships with maybe 50 to 100 people. So that is assured that everybody has enough social distance. And unfortunately, as I said, I'm not a big fan of this whole situation, right? But unfortunately, I do believe this is the new normal. And once it's here, it will not go away. Even though that some people still believe that everything will go back to normal, there will be no more normal. That normal as we used to have it in the past, it's pretty likely gone. And that's why I'm doing this all here. It's not about me. I'm not, just sit at home every evening and try to talk to the camera for an hour or half an hour. I want to wake you guys up, and I want to give you opportunities and options to think about what is going on and give you alternatives of what can be done in the future, right? Another thing is, how can small and medium-sized enterprises survive this Corona situation? How can you, as an owner, get to deepen the relationship with your prospects? It's very simple, basically. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, more and more sales go online. Since the outbreak of Corona, I think the numbers of online sales have increased by only about almost 75%. Less and less people actually go to ATMs to get cash. Everything is paid with credit card now or with pay apps. In China, they have Alipay and stuff like that. So basically, everything is done through the phone. And I'm pretty sure this is something that a lot of governments actually want. I know there's this big um, conspiracy theory that governments try to get rid of cash because then it's easier to control people. This is something I do not want to have an opinion about. I want to be neutral on this channel. But yeah, I can see already that the number of sales definitely have increased in terms of online sales. Less and less people actually get cash from the bank, and the only way they purchase products are either through their credit cards or through apps, right? So this is the new future, and I think even as a restaurant owner, this is something. If you don't have um, a credit card machine yet, that here in Asia it's quite common that those credit card machines also allow people with those Chinese payment apps to purchase products through that machine. They get a QR code, they just need to scan and they already paid. This is something that you should definitely consider in the future, because less and less people will actually pay with cash. Lots of governments already said, here in Thailand, some banks were closed because they were afraid that the virus could spread through cash, and they wanted to protect their employees. So yeah, this is something that you need to be considering, right? Get one of those machines. Adapt to the situation. The more you adapt and the sooner you do it, the better it is for you and your business, right? And I've been talking about this a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. Crisis is also opportunity. The Chinese sign for opportunity, or the Chinese sign for crisis, is exactly the same. So instead of being at home and being desperate and desperate about this whole situation, see the opportunities that this whole situation is actually offering you, right? And it's not always easy. I'm very well aware of that fact, that it's not easy just to think, okay, now everything is great and I have so many great opportunities now. But that's why I'm here as well, because I want to encourage you, I want to cheer you up, and I want to keep on reminding you that you do have opportunities and there are options for you to actually take this crisis as an opportunity and take your business online. If you haven't done so, now is the perfect time to actually do it. And if you wonder how you can do that, well, I have a little program that I'm creating at the moment, and I've been talking about this a couple of times before. The link is also in the description box, and you can sign up for free at the moment. This is a course that includes tons of things. I will teach you step by step, very easy, how you can create your own website, how you get your own URL, how to do online marketing. If you don't have your own product, how you can actually sell other people's products as an affiliate. So there are tons of things that I'm actually going to share with you in that masterclass. And I've been inspired by people like Mark Joyner and Russell Brunson. I've been in ClickFunnels for over a year and a half, almost a year and a half. ClickFunnels is a program that allows you to sell your products online very, very efficiently. And Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, used to be a student of Mark Joyner. I am actually learning from Mark Joyner as well in his Simpleology society group that I'm in, and I had the chance to recently meet him in Phuket. And so I'm very blessed to have all this knowledge. But there's one thing that I've been struggling in the beginning, because I'm not like super techy or anything. I know how to set up computers and stuff like that, but I never really did anything with um, with a website or stuff like this. And this is something that I had to teach myself, even though I had those really cool tools like ClickFunnels and the knowledge about online marketing. But it was challenging to set all these things up. And that's when I had the idea, well, there might be a lot of people out there that feel exactly the same struggle as I do. And how can I actually serve other people and teach them? Here, see, that was a little ant. It's about to going to rain, and in Thailand, every time when it's raining, we have those ants coming out, and they fly around and they get through pretty much everything. Even though we have mosquito nets here, sometimes they get through and then they visit us. Yeah. Anyhow, um, this is one of those things that I've been struggling myself, right? How to set up the URL, how to get a domain, how to set up email in a way that not just a Gmail account or a Hotmail account. No, I'm talking about a professional online marketing email set up with SMTP integration and all these things. So you might be, what is SMTP? Yeah, I thought the same way when I started my journey. And so my program that I'm designing right now is explaining all these things very simple, step by step, so that every one of you that might be interested in running an online business can follow me. You will also get access to my private Facebook group, where I do live coachings once per week. So if you have questions, we meet in that Facebook group once per week, and you can interact with me. You can ask me questions. I'm there for you guys to help you to get your business online. So that's my mission at the moment. And we are just waiting for the new office. It's done. The construction is done. Now we wait for the new furniture. Should be arriving by the end of the week, and then we can record professional videos there. And all the stuff that I want to teach you will be done in this new office. So that is one of the reasons why I'm actually going to extend the deadline for the free sign up until May 15th. So everybody right now who feels like, okay, this is something that could be of interest for me. I definitely want to learn a little bit more about online marketing. I don't know that much about it. This is the perfect solution for you. And you can click on the link, which is in the description box. It's tomgrees.com/sign up. And if you sign up, you get a free ebook from me. It's a small report about the benefits of online marketing. So this is something that you immediately get after you sign up, and then you need to give me your information, and you will be set on the waiting list. The online course will probably start around the 15th of May. It's depending on when we actually can open our office and when we can start the video production for this online course. Because of a little delay, I'm extending the free sign up sequence until May 15th. So be fast and get your free seat as quickly as possible, because I will not have more than 100 people in the group. I already have a few signups. So this is something that you should consider for yourself. Go and get it now. If you don't get it now, it will be actually, I will charge in the future for this course. So be fast, get it for free, learn a lot of things, and you get free access to me. You can tap my brain, and I'll be there and coach you throughout this whole thing, throughout this whole situation. So each and every one of us actually is like a phoenix. We all raised from the ashes, and we will be even stronger afterwards. So this is my mission, guys. As I said, I really want to do this only for you. This is not about me. I'm running my online business already, and it's getting more and more successful. And I just thought this is something that I can share with you guys. And this is definitely of value, especially in times like these. And listen to my words, online marketing was important in the past, but this is going to be even more important in the future. If you like it or not, online is the way of business, the main way of business in the future. You still have those interactions as we used to have them now. You still meet people, but 90% of the sales in the future, mid and long term, will be online, if you like it or not. And the sooner you prepare yourself, the more legs your table will have, the easier it will be for you to survive for yourself and for your loved ones. And no matter if you're an entrepreneur, if you are an employee, um, if you're an employee, you don't know how the situation will develop for you and your business that you're working for. Start a side gig now. Maybe there's something that you can do that you're really good at, and use your spare time. Start a YouTube channel, start a Facebook Live, do it once per week, do it twice per week, do it every day, whatever your schedule allows you to do, and educate people. And you will slowly build a followership, and people will like the content that you share. And sooner or later, people will start to ask you to buy your products, right? And maybe you get to the point one day that your side gig will make more income than your regular job, and then you can decide, do I really want to work for somebody, or do I want to work for myself, have more time for me and my loved ones, more time for my family? Maybe you have children and you want to spend more time with your kids, and this is an opportunity. And as I said, we can mourn about the situation, we can be upset that there is social distancing now and that we have to wear face masks and that there are curfews and lockdowns and the economy is suffering so badly. But we can also sit down and say, hey, okay, that's the situation as it is. And I just try to see the positive side effects. Now I have time to learn something, and now is the time for me to step up, to gear up, and to start my own online business. And again, you don't have to have your own product. In my online course, I will also teach you how you can make money as an affiliate. With affiliate marketing nowadays, you can make a lot of money. Maybe it's a product that you use yourself. Most companies have affiliate programs, and you can be an affiliate for maybe your most popular or your most favorite, I don't know, mobile phone, for example, or yeah, you name it. You could be even affiliate for a car dealer or something like that. So there are tons of opportunities, and it can be well overwhelming in the beginning. I'm pretty sure about that. And I know for sure because I went through this whole thing myself. And this is why I try to explain it as simple as possible so that everyone, with even without any knowledge about the online marketing, can launch their own online business. So this is the class that I'm going to offer. So go ahead, sign up at tomgrease.com/sign up and get the free report. Set yourself on the waiting list, and in just a little bit, um, there we go. Here you can see the sign up free masterclass, https tomgrease.com sign up. It's also in the description box, guys. And this is actually all for today. Tomorrow, I would like to show you a little tool that I've mentioned in my live call today. It's called ClickFunnels. And I can show you in the live call tomorrow. I'm going to share my screen, and I will show you how I actually build a funnel or a page. Probably you don't know what a funnel is, but this is something that I will also explain you throughout my online masterclass. And once you're done, you will be able to create any kind of sales funnel, online page, and it is really, really, really cool. Once you know how to do it, it's very simple, but you need some guidance, and that's why I'm here for. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. It was really, really cool. First time I used this new software, so there are some things that I need to figure out. Actually, I wanted to have this info here running throughout the live call, and I just figured it out that I had to press another button. But hey, guys, that's the beauty of being live. So let me know what you liked about this call today. If you have any questions, please send them in the comment box or write me a private message, and I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And I'll see you again tomorrow. And tomorrow's topic will be quite interesting. So if you're a little bit techy, if you want to know how you can easily create your own website with, yeah, it's super easy. Even children can do it. I will show you everything with screen share tomorrow. So tune in and yeah, stay safe wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.